What is up, Cowboys Nation? Your boy Mike Tag here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening on a Tuesday, whatever you guys are up to, man. Just wanted to check in early with you. Had a great show last night. Good to see Jimmy Dee back in. So if you missed it, make sure you guys check it out. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, man, you got to hit that subscribe, hit the like, hit the share. Easy way to support the channel, and it doesn't even cost you nothing. It just helps us all out to continue to try and bring you guys some good content, some good shows, great guests, former Cowboys. We do it all. So definitely appreciate all the support as the channel just continues to grow in the grassroots process. That's just the way it is. But hey, just been thinking about the draft. I'm not going to anoint myself as a draft guru, but I do love the draft. It's something I always followed. And just thinking in general terms with the Cowboys, they've kind of put themselves in a corner a little bit. And this is what they've done every year. So, none of us should be really surprised by it. But the draft, they got to hit home runs. They got to hit triples. They got to hit doubles. They can't have any strikeouts. They can't have any misses, especially this year because they let, a lot of depth go, and they're going to replace that depth with some youth and the youth in this draft. So it's going to be interesting to see how this kind of plays out for them. Should they trade back, gather a few more picks? And they don't have a fourth rounder. So I did a little mock draft just for fun, we'll do some more, up until the draft. I think it's a good time. It makes for great conversation, and you don't know where things are going to kind of fall. Every time you do the draft, it's a little bit different. So, I did a draft, and I thought I did pretty good. I addressed some needs. And if it were to fall this way, it'd be great. I traded down in the first round and still got the center. And I got some comments saying, hey, do we really need to get a center in the first round? And I just think back to Travis Frederick and how important he was to the team. When you look at Kelsey and the Eagles, maybe the Eagles are going to find out how important Kelsey was to the team. So I think getting a center or a lineman, there's not bad. If they don't, I don't hate it. If they even went to receiver, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I didn't see a receiver in value just the way this mock draft, worked out. There was some receivers that ended up going earlier than anticipated. So I traded back to get an extra pick and went with the offensive lineman from Oregon, the center. I mean, a lot of places have him. A lot of experts have him going to Dallas. And then I went ahead and got me an edge rusher from Alabama, and didn't think he'd be there in the second round where we picked. And, if this happens, your boy's going to be a little excited. You get the offensive line, you get that edge rusher that we need. And then we go ahead, and this pains me, but we get the running back, Trey Benson from Florida State. I saw what he did at Miami. I'm a big Miami fan, which you'll see in the next pick. And then, so we solidify that running back because I think they've got to get a running back in the first 3 rounds. They didn't sign a veteran. If they had signed a veteran, I think it's all right. Well, let's wait a little bit. But without them having a 4th round pick, I think they're kind of putting themselves in a corner to where they want to get one of those top tier running backs. And I think within the first 3 rounds, maybe the 4th round, you could get one of those running backs that can be kind of that 1-2 punch with the Cowboys. So went with Trey Benson, young guy, healthy. Thought about Brooks from Texas, and I know a lot of draft experts have him going in the 2nd round to Dallas. Wouldn't be, it wouldn't hate me. I wouldn't hate it if it did. But the thing that worries me is injury. Coming off an injury. I mean, we've had so many of these draft picks that we get that either coming off an injury where we see value like a Jalen Smith where, he would have been a top 10 pick. And then he falls, to Dallas in the 2nd round, or, Sean Lee had some injury issues, but it was weird. He never really was injured in college. So, but LVE injuries. So I just need a healthy draft. I need a healthy draft. I don't want to take high risk. I'd rather stay the conservative approach with some high ceilings, with those picks. And I think the top 3 give you that. Now, I traded the 1 to get this extra pick. If this happens, I know that we're good. We're, a lot of people feel we're good at safety, and I think we're decent at safety. I don't want to say we're great at safety, but I think we're good at safety. But if you can get a Cam Kitchens, I watched him play at Miami. I mean, he's around the ball, whether it be interceptions, which I think he had 12 in his career at Miami. fumble recovery. He's always as a nose for the ball. He's a hitter. He's a physical guy. And we don't really have that. And I think you got to be strong up the middle. And I think he's that third level guy that, man, if it fell, and now again, I'm biased. You see the U in the back. So I am a fan of the U. I watched him play a lot. We won Super Bowls when we had guys from Miami on the team. No Miami guys in a long, long time. I mean, look at these 28 years of no Super Bowls. There's been a lot of years that we haven't had a Miami guy. I can't think of the last, impact Miami guy that we had on this team. So I think if Cam Kitchens is there and you can grab him, which anyone who gets him, trust me, is going to be a very, very happy team and going to be a happy fan base when he's in there. So that's really what I'm focusing on. Really, you're the top 3 picks, but if you can trade down, if the opportunity presents itself where you can sneak into a late third, early fourth, and you can get 4 impact guys, those are 4 impact guys. Man, I'm doing backflips, man. I'm excited. And then we round it out. We get some depth at offensive line, cornerback, and obviously get a couple linebackers late. I am not I'm concerned with linebacker with depth, but I think Kendricks was a really good signing for the Cowboys. So I think he's going to be that middle guy. So really, to me, the key in the layers of defense is going to be the defensive line, and it's going to be the interior, and that's a spot where they're going to have to either address it in the draft and kind of move some stuff around, and maybe instead of an end, take an interior guy. Or there's still some free agents that they can go out and get that can help be big bodies in there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, but that's kind of what I did. And we're going to do a little bit more. We're going to have some fun with it. On Thursday's show, you guys don't forget, we got Sherman Williams. He's confirmed, locked in. He played with the Cowboys, running back from Alabama, won a national title. Alabama broke McCain's heart. Also won a football state championship in Alabama in high school, and won a Super Bowl with the Cowboys. Not many athletes have won championships on every level. So he's one of the few. Hit some hard times, but obviously it's been well documented. But he's turned his life around. He's doing a lot to help kids. Has a great foundation. He wrote a book that's kind of in a series, Crimson Cowboys. So definitely want to check that out. We'll talk about his book a little bit as well. So just another opportunity to get a former Cowboy into the cave. And it's like I said, what I love about the former players, they're very transparent. If you watch the interview we had last Thursday with Crawford Kerr, I mean, talking about, Kevin Gogan getting pissed off and got a couple holding calls. So he wanted to take out the referee. And then Kevin Gogan called in to confirm what he was saying was true. And that led into a hilarious story where they were talking about the ways to pass the drug test in the NFL. So if you miss that, go watch the whole interview. But if you only got about 10 minutes, go flip. I cut the drug test part and put it on a little clip that you can go to our YouTube channel and check that out too. So it is funny, but that's what they get. And as you can see behind me, I'm redoing the cave, and I've got members who've stepped in the cave for the most part. They're getting in there, and we're making this happen. I can push this up a little bit just to give some love to Tony Hill's over there. I see Sherman Williams is there, Eugene Lockhart, Daryl Johnston, Craig Morton, Coach Barry Switzer, James Washington, Bob Lilly. So we've had a lot of people in the cave, and it's been a great time getting to hear those stories about the Cowboys championship years. Hopefully we get some championships coming up soon, because it's been too damn long and I'm getting a little aggravated. But anyway, man, it's the off season. It's a lot of chatter, a lot of talk, a lot of Cowboy headlines. We've talked a little bit about it yesterday with CeeDee Lamb not being a voluntary camp. Parsons isn't there. I'm not going to go crazy about it. It's, they're just doing conditioning and stuff. But I think, like a lot of these guys behind me that won championships, they always said it, the bonding happened in training camp. The bonding happened in the off season, and that propelled them into the season, when it got going, man. And so that's the part that's a little disappointing. You wish the guys would all be there, but, NFL's a business. And, CeeDee Lamb wants his, contract extension, wants that new deal, deserves it. Hopefully they get it done sooner than later. and we'll see what happens. But anyway, just wanted to check in this morning, pop in. Thank you guys for the love. Leave a comment. Leave a like. If you're new, like I said, man, hit that subscribe. If there's something you guys are that I'm missing, man, let me know. If there's a guest that you need me to hunt down and get in the cave, I will try. I'm working on some other ones coming in, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And then, like I said, we got a lot of draft stuff coming up next week. Got the defender of the star, George T, coming in next week on the 24th, the day before the draft. And then we are going to have a Cowboys Cave draft watch party on Thursday night. Kelly and I will be there. Maybe Jimmy will be popping in. Other people will be popping in and out. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be just a great place to kind of hang out, check in, and grab a few beers and chill out, get ready for the draft weekend, because it's going to be a lot of fun. So again, appreciate all the support. Hopefully I see you guys on Thursday's live show. That's 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Do not miss it. Appreciate it. Let me hit you with the outro, because I got to get rolling. And have a good one. See you.
Give me somebody that's hungry. Give me somebody that's hungry. I need somebody.